Hello everyone and welcome back to this week's FailRace versus Community. This week we have some B-class all-wheel drive cars. We've got an Audi Quattro S1. Starting off here, Brands Hatch from a very generous pole position. We get off a decent start, obviously being all-wheel drive. Off into turn 1, unchallenged here as we head through Paddock Hill up towards Jards. Now we do have a car closing up, so we go slightly defensive into Jards from the Mitsubishi behind. They get a really good exit as we head out of Jards, defensive into the left-hander here. The Eclipse, I believe, is going to go for a cutback, but we shut the door aggressively on the exit as we head now to the next left-hander, taking us on to the GP loop. We're going defensive once again. The Eclipse going for a cutback, getting a great exit this time, and will slingshot themselves in front as we head down the back straight here towards Hawthorns. We're going to try and just keep a little bit of our front bumper alongside to the inside as we head through Hawthorns. The Eclipse is going to have a big slide out wide through the fast right-hander, and we're going to reclaim the lead as we head round the GP loop. The Eclipse once again looking for another cutback, doesn't quite have the momentum this time as we head up towards this fast right-hander. A very tricky corner as we throw the car over the curb. It bounces not too badly, and we're a little bit braver there than the cars behind, just opening up a few car lengths of a gap as we now head towards the final corner. Opened up half a second gap, but the Eclipse not too far back, isn't under any pressure themselves, so if they have some pace they should be able to close the gap up. As you can see, the gap is closing ever so slightly as we head back towards Paddock Hill to start the second lap. The Eclipse so bit deep into turn 1, running wide and losing a bit of time. That'll give us a bit of breathing room for the second lap as we jump now to the start of the third lap. Side by side in the background for second between Carguy and Javi. Javi running very wide into Paddock Hill. We have a bit of a slide ourselves as we head up now towards Druid. Still have a bit of a comfortable margin, but as we head in, braking for Druids, just lose the rear ends for a bit of rear locking. Have to really catch a big slide since it's really wide nice car guy to get alongside once again. So once again into left-hander, the Eclipse going for the cutback once again, just gets their bumper alongside before we're able to cut back. Grumple's catching up as well behind, but getting boxed in as we head on to the GP loop for the third time this race. We're going to try and hold it round the outside here, and we carry just a bit more momentum than we did on the opening lap. Grumple's a lot more acceleration closing up. We just shut the door, creating a roadblock for them. That's going to be quite frustrating for them as we hold the inside in front this time into Hawthorns. Car guy's going to try and hold it around the outside. Much better attempt than was on the first lap, but can't quite carry enough momentum. Grumples is really going to try and follow us through here as we do pull clear back into the lead of the race. They're side by side behind as we head up towards fast right-hander corner. We know we've been good at this race. Car guy onto the grass, sliding wide as they try and fight Grumples. They'll come back on, manage to slip back into third, not losing out in front of Javi there, who sits P4, but that's given us a bit of breathing space once again as we head into the final corner. Grumples, though, as we've seen in the second half of that lap, has a bit more acceleration, straight line speed than us, so will be able to put us under pressure if they can keep up in the corners. You can see how much they close up as we head towards turn 1. They even close up a bit in the braking zone. They seem quite comfortable in the corners. So as we head up to Jards, only about a car length back, Grumples at this stage as we just passed the halfway point of the race. You can see Grumples closing in on the exit of Jards. Go put us under pressure into left-hander. We go defensive. Once again, they give us a little bit of a bump on the apex. We cut across the nose of them to defend the inside once more, like we did on the opening lap. Grumples has to look to the outside and allows Car Guy to go for a send up the inside. Car Guy trying to reclaim that position, puts Grumples a couple of wheels on the grass. A little bit of repayment for the previous slap through the fast right-hander, and Car Guy will reclaim P2. Javi now trying to get back at Grumples for P3. As I head up into fast right-hander, Javi will retake place, so Grumple falls from second to fourth. As we head around the GP loop once more, Car Guy closing in now. You can see they've got a run here. We're going to go slightly defensively. We don't want to give Car Guy the inside for this fast right-hander, but we know we're a little bit more confident through here. And you can see the gap that we gained by half a second in the one corner. That allows Javi to have go up the inside of the penultimate corner. Car Guy losing second place behind us. And we have a new challenger to contend with as we're heading on to the penultimate lap. Javi starting to close in a little bit, hasn't closed in too much on the first half of the lap, but as we make the run to Hawthorne's, a bit more straight line speed from Javi allows them to close that gap, as Car Guy's now having to defend from Grumples in third. Heading around GP loop, you can see Javi closing in a little bit more confident with her car, kind of like Grumples was behind us as well. As we head up towards this fast right-hander, and we know if we can go through this corner, once again we just pull out a couple of car lengths, which we're gonna need here to hold off the excess straight line speed that Javi has on us. As we head towards final corner and round to start what will be the final lap. You can see Javi just by a car length or two back as we exit the final corner. Will they be close enough? You can see they're closing in the slipstream now. We're going to hold the defensive line into paddock hill. Javi looking to the outside will have the better line into T1. We just about hold on. Javi a little bit of a run, so we go slightly defensively again into Druids. Javi looking to the outside. Won't be able to get anything done there, and we get a better exit, opening up a car length or two again as we head towards the left-hander, but Javi certainly putting us under pressure. You can see in the mirror in the top right-hand corner, Javi just shadowing us as well. As we now head into the left-hander, probably the most important left-hander of the lap, we get a bit of understeer, costs us a bit of momentum, allows Javi to close up within a car length in the slipstream now. We're going to hold the inside line. Javi looks to the outside line, has the momentum, doesn't just pull alongside us, but will pull in front before the braking zone cuts the inside line off from us. Has a little bit of a slide in the corner, so we carry more momentum. We have a little look to the inside. Can we just get our bumper to the inside? Not quite. And looks like Javi will have this win sealed if they don't make a mistake, though. Can we potentially come back through this fast right-hander? We're going to try and be brave here. And Javi gets a big twitch, so we take a couple of wheels to the grass to get to the inside of the penultimate corner, try and send in, but Javi's able to carry the momentum around the outside and will hold on for the lead for now, and that's compromised us, allowed Grumples to close up. They're going to go to the outside of the final corner. They get in front for now, so as we go through the final corner, Javi running wide onto the gravel has bottled the win there, making a crucial mistake. Grumples, we know they have the straight line speed. Can they outrun us to the line? They can't quite, as we hold them up high and tight to the grass. So we hold on for the win in the first week of this week's FailRace vs Community. It was a very hard fought win there, just by hanging on. Javi had that win secured up until running wide at the final corner. Grumples certainly had the pace on us as well with their straight line speed, but wasn't quite able to make it work. We now move on to the second race here at Grand Oak, back down in P11 for the start of this one. Still in the top half, get good launch too, immediately jumping the car directly in front of us. Can we quite get to the inside of Alex, get past another car on the right hand side up to P9. We get to the inside of Alex and Renu there, running wide through turn 1 will gift us another position. Alex getting squeezed between the two of us will have to back out, and we also get another place as the car runs wide through turn 2. So that'll be us up to P6 already, up 5 places. Couple of cars running wide on the right hand side gets us up to P4, and we try and get to the inside of Ewan here. We briefly get up to P3 as we make a defensive move on a Quattro coming up behind us, carrying more momentum. Ewan also has the acceleration on us to pull back in front. We think about a dive into the square left here, but think better of it just slowing back into line. Ewan, however, runs wide, gives us back at P4, as we can see side by side between Car Guy and Aaron in front. Head down into the final few corners of lap. Aaron getting very out of control in the braking zone, so we're going to try and get a cut back, looking to the outside. Can we go around the outside of long left hand? We might have more grip than Aaron here. Aaron slides up across the track, so we make a cut back, cut across to the inside, and we'll retake P3, hopefully for certain this time. Though with Aaron struggling with grip, you'd have to assume he has a bit more straight line speed. As we come on to the start finish straight, you see that there, the straight line speed coming fed. We force Aaron to go to the outside. Can we just by keep our nose on the inside? We try and be braver than Aaron. We know we have more grip, but Aaron being very brave, overly brave, doesn't quite have that much grip. Slides out wide through turn 1 and gives us back P3. So we now look to the front two. Car guy already in front of the Mitsubishi. Here we try and get to the inside, just getting caught out by how slow the red Mitsubishi was through turn 3. And actually cost us quite a bit of time. You know, we dropped 7/10 back just from that little bit of a tap. Losing what, by 5 car lengths there. So quite a costly mistake. Car guy already nearly a second and a half in front. As we look through this square left-hander, we have a bit of a better run than the cars in front. Car guy a bit slow through there. You know, you can see we're gaining up to a second back now, half second behind the red Mitsubishi. As we head into the right-hander, you can see closing up a little bit more, so it looks like we have a bit more grip than both of the cars in front of us. We're going to see how we can use that to try and get in front. It's going to be a bit difficult, but Grand Oak does provide good overtaking opportunities. So as we come out of the penultimate corner, we've certainly closed up on both the cars, nearly half second on each of them through the final corner. We're still closing in on the red Mitsubishi in the slipstream. We pull out to the inside, carrying the momentum down towards turn 1. Can we get the move done into turn 1 here? No, the red Mitsubishi's going to try and hold it around the outside, squeezes us to the apex, but just leaves us enough room. A little bit of rubbing on the exits. We head through turn 2. We're going to try and hold it round the outside this time, but we're not quite able to. The red Mitsubishi holding on for now, so we just wait, trying to open up the entry to turn 3, see if we can get a better run. We know the red Mitsubishi was quite slow through here last time round, but they're a little bit better off this time round, and we're not able to quite carry the momentum. In the meantime, all three of us are sort of gapping the cars behind. We've got 2.5 seconds back to Alex behind us. But as we head into square left, we're good. Just hold a wide line, try and get a good entry to the corner. Red Mitsubishi taking very shallow line, and like really costs them on the exit. We have the momentum. We have to pull to the outside of the right-hander coming up. We'll be neck and neck, just slightly in front as we get into the braking zone. A little bit braver on the brakes as we try and hold it around the outside. The Mitsubishi sliding in across the apex, just takes a rear corner, but we'll hold on to P2 now as we're about a second back from Car Guy. Car Guy not making great advantage of the battling that we had to make a big gap, but a second is still a second. We've got to try and close it in as we head into the square left-hander of lap 4. Both of us having a little bit of a slide, a little bit messy, but Car Guy running out into the gravel, making another crucial mistake from the lead of the race, and we are gifted the lead once more. 2 races in a row this time, gifted the lead, but there's still 2.5 laps to go. This race is far from over, especially if Car Guy has a little bit more pace, a little bit more straight line speed than us. They could potentially come back at us as we head through the long left-hander. Car Guy not quite closing in at this point. They're half a second back, as you can see the gap to third, only further opened up in the meantime now, nearly 3.5 seconds. So this is pretty much a 2-horse race for the lead of the race. Car Guy closing in as we head down towards turn 1. But how much grip will Car Guy have through turn 1? Can they keep it close? They slide a little bit wider into turn 2 now as we try and get the car rotated. Rear end coming around on us a little bit, but helps with rotation. But you can see Car Guy losing a lot of time through turn 2 now. 7 attempts through turn 3 now. Double apex left-hander. Can we get a little bit more of a gap? Yeah, that gap opens up to 9/10, so we have a lot more grip than Car Guy, opening up a nice comfortable margin. A margin that would see us to the end. Car Guy did have a little bit more straight line speed than us, but really struggling through turns 1, 2 and 3 allowed us to come home for a comfortable victory, taking 2 wins in a row this week. Quite lucky, very much lucky, with others making a mistake. Javi making the mistake final corner, gifting us the win, and Car Guy doing the same, getting into the gravel, this time at Grand Oak. Also getting lucky with grip position, starting in top half both races, on pole for the first race at Brands Hatch. So yeah, a lot of luck this week so far, allowing us to take back-to-back wins. That is, however, going to do it for this episode. There will be a part 2 of this week later on in the week, so stay tuned for that, but that will do it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.